Okay. Okay. All right, everyone. I know I have this on. Okay, let me pop this chat up. All right. Hey, Manuel. Thank you. Oh, you're always the first one. I wonder what's happening over here. Seems suspicious. I appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you there. All right, let's see. So, what is going on today? Price keep falling. Not sure why. Of course, you know. It is what it is. Okay, so I have some drink over here. I should be eating, but you know, I'll eat later. Let's talk about this real quick. Michael Anthony, what is going on here? Okay, so all right, what's happening? So, are you a bot? I don't know why. Like, keep promoting all this, you know, weird company that I never talked about. But I appreciate the info. You know, if anyone want to check it out, go ahead. You can, you know, do what you can. Anyway, you guys, how are we doing today? I feel like we are due for a reversal, huh? I mean, I keep saying that quite a bit. At this point, I'm just hoping, you know, it's like a high hope of mine, you know, that eventually Jimmy's gonna reverse. Let's see. So, ooh. Oh, it's Pfizer. All right, there you go. I mean, is it a good company? Is it a company that's worth investing in? Huh? But yeah, I mean, if you want to check it out, go ahead. At least I get paid. Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate the feedback. Yeah, any dividend investor out there, go ahead, do that. I mean, go research it for yourself. But it seems like you have a you have it down there. You know what I hate about dividend stock is that the company itself does not grow. You know, it's not really grow. But you know what I hate about Pfizer at the moment is the sentiment, right? Because of the vaccine and all that stuff. It's all of this stuff, negative stuff coming out, negative news, and I don't know. Like this is a weird time to kind of promote Pfizer. You should have promoted Pfizer when before coronavirus. That would have been like, you know, before they announced coronavirus. Then, you know, that would have been a perfect time to buy it. Right now, I feel like it's a late stage of like, you know, it's gonna go downturn here. But yeah, the sentiment is going to be down. I don't know. This is bad. But thank you for the advice, though. Always appreciate all the input. Hey, Einstein, what's up? What's up? All right, so let's talk about the price action today. Of course, again, look at this stupid price action. It makes no damn sense, right? Now, whether it's stupid or not, I feel like it's beautiful either way, you know, because it's like GameStop, right? I have a sense of love for this company that, I don't know. I mean, I was just reflecting on how many times have I been saying this in my video. Oftentimes I'm like, Am I saying the same thing over and over again? And how many times have I said this? And people are still listening to this. So maybe I am in a cult, So I need to like rethink my thesis or something, Nah, I'm just kidding. Now, one of the things that I'm looking at here is more to do with the sentiment of the whole market, obviously, right? With the government shutting down, of course, they play in that fear factor of, oh, is it going to be like that? Is it gonna, like that uncertainty obviously is going to bring any stock down. It doesn't matter how good the fundamental is or whatever. Yes, there is a catalyst coming. That's what I'm expecting. Hopefully it's going to be a good catalyst. I mean, if we don't beat the revenue, I'm sure they're going to try to smack us down again, which is fine. All I'm looking for is a EPA of positive. So doesn't matter if we're only making $1 million last quarter. I will still be like cheering, because I mean, I'm part of a cult, obviously. All right, Michael Anthony. Should I just ban you? I don't know what's happening over here. Okay, so Pfizer rebounds. Okay, all right, good trading tip. I appreciate that. Yeah, anyone wants to eat that information, you can. Michael is very good at promoting the company. Appreciate that though. Yes, I'm talking about GameStop though. Would you have anything to talk about GameStop? Is there any input? How do you feel about GameStop? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, because I need some input here. I'm running out of material here. Just trying to give you ideas. Okay. Well, that's why I'm appreciative of you. Is there any input about GameStop that you would like to share with me? It would be helpful because I'm trying to come up with new information about GameStop here. It seems like very lacking at the moment. Anyway, you guys. All right. So enough fooling around. Let's look at the price action real quick here. Of course, I'm still expecting this. If there's some sort of, scares, tariffs, and all that stuff, that's still going to play. But I really think that it's time for a reversal. Okay, again, just a feeling of mine. Okay, don't be betting your whole house based on this. It's be responsible. Okay, you thank yourself for it. Before, don't be like trade or anything like that. Once you come into wealth, okay, make sure you try to at least learn to manage it very well. Okay. Now you could start by managing your own emotion, right, around a stock trading. So let's kind of, I don't know, what am I doing here? Okay, so let me try this one more time. So typically when you draw a fib, right, this is my natural inkling to do, the top to bottom, right? And it seems like we're retracing so much of it already, coming down to this level of, what is it? The last leg, okay? So that's the perspective of perhaps a trader of some sort, algorithm based, to try to, accelerating the drop. Not try to scare anyone, obviously. I'm not saying it's going to go back to $10, but if it does, I'm not mad. But just don't feel like you have to be like, selling everything and end of the world here. But if it drops down to 10, you better believe people are going to scoop this thing up like crazy. So it won't stay there for long. And just look at the historical price action here, okay? Just to prepare for the worst here. Okay, nothing. Don't be going crazy. Be more is trying to cause fear into this stock. No. I'm trying to prepare you for war, okay? Battle. There's a battle going on. So you've gotta stay strong, okay? Type thing. Okay. But anyway. So understand that perhaps there's an algorithm that is placed on this stock for quite some time, and they feed on fear for sure. So if the government shut down, that's gonna happen, right? Is it for sure? Obviously, they're gonna try their best to fake people out as much as they can, drawn out, make people tired of it. And they've done this many times, you guys. Like, they've done it in crypto too. Any asset that they don't want you to buy into, when it is like at a at least reasonable price. In my opinion, obviously this is a fair value, like more than fair to me, because if it's anywhere close to 2 times book, that's pretty good for a company. And again, that's my logic here. This type of company should be traded at around 5 times book, which is twice or $50 a share at the moment, or $55 a share if you want to to be exact. So anything less than 50, it's a steal for me, in my opinion. So that's the price point I'm willing to to give to GameStop at the moment at the fair value. Obviously, this is not including the hype that you might be able to experience, because again, the story behind it, whether it's going to happen or not, of course, everybody is waiting for that to happen. The theory is, it's up to you to analyze what may or may not happen. But as far as like the fundamental, obviously, you know what it is. Like, if you know how to read the balance sheet, I don't have to tell you. If not, go learn how to read the balance sheet, and then you understand why we're still in this company here. All right. I like GameStop, and with all of the cash, could start a new business. Oh, okay. You want them to start a new business? Okay, all right. Why new business though? I mean, why not try to make this current business a better business? You already have the structure, you already have the brand. Why not make it a better brand? And better reputation moving forward. Building a brand is not easy. With GameStop, you already have a brand. Yes, it's become tainted because of the news and all that stuff. The attack from people who are shorting it years ago and still going on till this day. But with this type of brand, though, because of what happened to it 4 years ago, it's a free publication, and so it's good for the brand in and of itself. So again, that's not even factoring in the price with that. Because again, like when you invest in something, it's not just what is happening in the book. You have to kind of think of the price action as a reflection of how many human are agreeing with you. So you could do that. But currently, obviously, you have other factors as well, how stocks being traded. So that's another layer. But as far as layer of the brand itself, how much money is it going to make? That's going to be a little bit more long-term thinking, in my opinion. So whatever Ryan Cohen do today, it's not going to affect the company for at least another 10 years, right? Because again, this guy is trying to build it for the long term, okay? He's not here to hype anything. Again, that's why it's evident, right? That's why he's not telling you what he's doing. It's like if you like what he does, great, invest in it. If you don't, go away. Simple. Right? So this type of leadership is what you want, because he's not here to mislead anyone about the balance sheet, about the economy at large. Obviously, he's here to be a good steward of your money. So you want that type of manager to at least, oversee the funds and all that stuff, so that it's not wasted. So, I mean, think about how many people in the governments right now would be, we wouldn't be in debt if people like Ryan Cohen is in the government right now, right? I mean, people who work for him might not like him because he's strict, right? In the way that he think of the capital for the company. But you better believe that, in about 5-6 years from now, hopefully, right, if it's fruitful, the company's going to be a lot better. And, you see evidence of that a little bit, hopefully. Anyone who join in for the first time, who does even think about GameStop in that way. So I just encourage people to do that, so that, this price action is not going to give them a heart attack. Like, if you see GameStop at like, what, $18 a share again, you're not going to, cause any concern at all. But I hope, it gives you a sense of urgency. It's like, okay, should I buy now, right? Is it a good time to buy, right? So, obviously, I would count that as a blessing. And you'll be blessed even more if it comes down to 10. So, I mean, think about how many people wish they got it over here, $10. And sell at the right, PP tops over here, okay? So again, this is the dream, okay? This spike over here is a dream of traders, and traders like Rowan Kitty too. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, I'm just, speculating whether he's coming back or not. It would be so hard for me to believe that he's already gone. Like, he's not, looking at this stock right now and say to himself, how dumb are these people, who's shorting this company again and again and again without any care? Seemingly, like, they think they're fooling people about this price action right now. It's like, who are they trying to fool? But anyway, I'm just speculating, you guys, Maybe there's no one shorting this company at all. That could also be possible as well. But, it's hard for me to believe that. Should GameStop invest in? Sure, why not? Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's see. Gap investing in GameStop. Sure. I mean, anything possible at this point. I know GameStop have a major support at, okay, all retail been selling off because of the trade war. Okay, that's true. I didn't sell anyway. Because of this drop here, I don't sell that. So, well, that's not. I mean, not at this price. Not at this junction here. I did sell some. As we come down here, this bounce right here, I sold some. But again, my shares is not that much on my trading account, you guys. So it's a chunk that I went into XRP in. But again, like, my whole majority of my shares are still in my moonback. So long term, long term back over here. So But again, like how many people are actually selling? I mean, look at what is it? Hold on, volume. Here we go. Okay, I have it over there. Let me see the volume for today. Is it even lower? Okay, 3.8 again. Yesterday was 3.7. Today is 3.8. But not price movement too much there. Huge support. I don't know how to read this thing, but you welcome to it. If you think it's $20 or so, that's okay. All right. Let's go. Okay, let's get it to that price and then we'll see what happens. What the hell? Okay, so that trend line is getting broken. So I might have to draw a different trend line. Okay. Here we go. Maybe that. Okay, sorry. Playing too much. Okay, wrong might go. All right. There's a lot of fighting going on over here. Retail isn't selling. All right. Maybe. I mean, it could be right though. He could be right. It's okay. I mean, people just don't realize how great this company is yet. They'll find out. They'll find out. Don't worry about it. We'll just do what we do. Just do what we do best, which is, waiting for the right moment, right? Of course, people are waiting for all sorts of reason here. I think Trump should make it a law where you can't short since it is about investing. I know. I mean, that's a bit. How about just short legally? Like, short the shares that you have borrowed. There you go. Make it so that, yes, you could still short, but you have to borrow the share. And if you borrow the share, that shares cannot be borrowed out from you. You can't borrow that shares to another person in order to make, spread from that. So the shorting is not an issue, you guys. People could make money and all of that stuff from shorting. It's not the problem. The problem is the egregious abuse of shorts. Okay, that they're able to creating shorts out of thin air, or able to naked call shorts or whatever. Naked short call. Am I saying this wrong? Creating calls without the shares, selling calls to people without the shares. There you go. So it's essentially, you're creating selling pressure without the actual share being sold into the market. Again, because the option gradients, the betting, the calls and puts and all that stuff are skewed to favored people who sold call. And so again, that's favored to people who, and that's why you see that skewed. Okay, so if I were to show you over here, you understand this skewed here. Hold on, you guys, let me try to find it real quick. I'm sure you've seen it before. I don't have to explain to you. That's why, again, when you bet on the call option, you know that you're gonna lose out for sure, 99.9% at a time, unless again something the catalyst that Rowan Kitty's probably gonna accumulate a whole bunch of calls again in order to again force these people who sold the call, whether they're selling naked or not, that's on them, right? So again, that's the experiment. Who knows if he knows all that, but maybe he's just a genius in timing the market, and maybe he's found a swaps or something like that, and he understand when it needs to unwind and all that stuff. Remember the yen carry trade and all that stuff that is happening. So again, speculation. There's no way for me to know what he knows, right? So this one right here. So this is what I mean by the skewed. You see that? Normally, if you look at, let's say, okay, let me look at Apple. Okay, the most famous one. Am I spelling Apple right? Alphabet. No, that's not the one. What the heck? What? Oh my god. My brain is already pooped out. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what I do, what I say, I'm trying to look for like the most common stock and I can't even, what is the ticker symbol for Apple? Anyone please help me out? I want to showcase like this type of thing is abnormal for GME. This is normal, like, and from my perspective is that they're trying to make calls more expensive than usual, okay, at least to tilt the game towards people who wants, at least enticing people to sell call, and it's almost like it's a hand assure things, right? But again, I would not advise people to do that, because if you do that, of course, they're gonna try to snatch your shares. Depends on where you sell it at, obviously. So unless you're happy with the price point of that call, I wouldn't do that. All right, on balance volume goes up. Oh, for today. It's not a perfect indicator, but it's something. Sure. Oh, a. See that? I thought that, but I'm like, maybe it's not. Crazy. Okay, so let's look at it together. Oh, what the hell? I haven't even checked this one, you guys, so I might be wrong about that. There you go. See, this is like the normal gradients of things, okay? It should be in the middle, right? Because again, the natural flow of the market is that people bet up and down, and they are allowing people to, on equal side. But for some reason, when you look at GME, it's just a totally different, skewed here. So is it nefarious? Is it just the way that the market works? No. Who makes all this, pricing? It's market maker, obviously. So that's the conflict of interest there. Now, again, if you want this market to be fair, what I would do is separate the call options market dealer, okay, market maker. Option market maker would be separate from the stock itself. Okay, if you want people to bet up and down and all that stuff, then the price should not be, the people that are allowing that bet to go on should not then be able to affect the price action because of, whatever arms that they have. So the market dealer should be separate from the option dealer. So that's the only way to keep the integrity of the price action, due to the just natural flow of supply and demand and all of that stuff. Currently, you have both. That's why their option dealer are the same as the one that deal with shares, and that's why you have this conflict of interest. That makes no sense whatsoever. Of course, if you could see my hand in a poker every single time, and everyone who plays in that poker, of course you're gonna win the game, you know, or blackjack or whatever you want to call it. The point is that, you know, you see the order books already, you know, you'd be stupid not to even make money on that. So it has nothing to do with the sophistication of the person or anything like that. It's just, if you're connected or you're well connected, you get to make money. But again, that's why you see certain stock being promoted like crazy. Certain, certain other stock is not being talked about because it doesn't matter how good they are, right? How much development that they have been able to do. If they're not in the club, they're not going to promote you. And then on top of that, you know, you have another arms that are incentivized to keep the price elevated so that you're overpaid for something, okay, all the time. It doesn't matter what the asset class is, per se. And so there's no true free market enterprise here, you know, when it comes to like trading stocks and all that stuff. So again, it's just the markets that we're dealt with here or handed down to for century to come. So what can I do? You know, I'm just one person here. Hardly have any subscribers, so, you know, I have no idea when we're going to affect any changes at all. It's been 3 years. Nobody really care about the structure of the market or to make it a little bit more fair for the rest of us. It's just a scream into nothingness at the moment. So in the meantime, you know, we have an ability to at least, you know, see a company that is upcoming. And hopefully, you know, the rest of the world gonna realize it soon. But seemingly right now, we're just a fringe, a little, you know, small population, it seemed to me, quite yet. I don't know how many people are actually own this stock at the moment. You know, I'm willing to say about 10,000 because I use Moran's channel to gauge the actual investor of GME here. So, I mean, even 10,000 investor, right? If you do the math, a lot of people own a lot of shares already. So just 10,000 alone, I'm sure we own the float already. Again, speculation, who knows? Hey Carter, what's up? What's up? All right. On balance, measure the balance of buying and selling pressure. Yes, okay. It's the exact same thing as a casino with the sport betting. They want equal amount on either side so that they can make profit on their fees. Okay. All right, max pain is equivalent to one side, bet where most of the money is on the side. And the casino needs the other side to win. Of course. Because they bet, you know, that they bet the same way. Or their friends bet the same way, right? So they don't want their friends to lose. But that's called manipulation, right? It's obvious. It's so obvious, and people are not paying attention. In the end, the stock market is the same business model as a casino in Las Vegas. Of course, the houses always win. But my point is that, okay, if it's a game of chance, right? At least make it fair, right? Because currently, it's worse than casino. Because at least the casino, you know, with blackjack, or what is it? What is that game? Poker? Poker? Yeah, poker. With poker, you know, it's based on the people who know how to play. So at least, yes, you could have a little skill, you know, in terms of when to fold, when to call, and all that stuff. But with the stock market, it's almost like you're playing online poker, that the dealer or one of the player, you know, it has they call it a god mode, where they see everybody's hand already. And so, of course, they're going to know when to fold exactly and to win the game all to themselves. And so just think of that as, order payment for order flow type of deal here. And so that's what we have right now. And that's detrimental for sure, for companies like us, right? For shareholders who's been, investing in the right company the whole time, but because they're not aware of what happened, it's like the price keep coming down, therefore it's bad, It's like when you're losing money, of course, that's a psychological, pain point that they would be like, okay, you better sell now or you're gonna, lose your money forever, to create that incentive for people to actually sell at a loss. And if you are not aware of that psychological trick, you can't stand here. Because, to be in this company, I know I'm having fun right now, but I know somebody who very close to me who might not be able to handle this thing, but I'm pretty proud of that person, because they've been kind of holding for quite some time. Let's see, I think they bought it over here somewhere around here. So they're in the red right now, but yeah, he's been holding since this period here. He didn't sell over here, but of course, we were expecting a spike from here as well. So of course, I'm sure there's a regret for not selling it up here. But again, we have a price point in mind in which we are wanting to sell, and of course, my price point, the first price point, obviously, is the all-time high. I think we could reach that again. It's not a pipe dream, you guys. I feel people just don't realize how leveraged everything is right now. And either way, whether the government's going to have to shut down because of the tariffs and all that stuff, it's going to come to play pretty soon. They could only do two things, right? Let it fall or print more money. In which case, it's gonna, increase the price of asset. Companies that has money to leverage or whatever is going to grow much faster than the company who are in debt right now. And so you better believe that GME is going to scale much quicker than those companies right now. And to me, again, it's a no-brainer. In my opinion, this is the least risky asset in the whole freaking world. Even, alongside with Bitcoin too. I know Bitcoin will go higher, but, with the downturn, obviously it's going to scare more people because it's global. People globally might not be aware of what the price manipulation is going on, what's going on. So people would buy and sell a lot quicker than GME shareholder, right? Because again, there's no liquidity here. So trader hates this. Like they cannot make money off of this. So it's only for investor who would be able to benefit so much more. But the point is that to me this is nearly zero risk for bankruptcy. So I don't know how people don't realize that at the moment. But I get it, there might be people who just waiting on the sideline because, again, traders mindset, right? It's like, I want to catch the very bottom. I want to be able to say that I bought GME at this price and then I went to this price at 2 days, and then I'm a billionaire, type of thing, right? It's a boasting thing. It's a boastful thing. Very proud to be in that place. But again, a headline, right? So yeah. Sorry, I'm just like wending. What is wrong with me? I just finished your. Oh, cool. Are you on Discord, Lubring? Okay, I'll send you on Discord. Yes. Okay, it's a reverse squeeze. Okay. Stock market get squeezed, and investment opportunity open up. It's beautiful. Okay, all right. Squeeze red. What does that mean? Does that mean coming down? Like everything comes down while GameStop going up type thing? That's cool. Also, Keith is still here. You mean, who's Keith? Oh, Keith Gill. Oh my God. Like, what the hell? And will be so long as doesn't sell a pet rock business. Sure. Yeah, he talked about that. I'm sure he's still long term holding that shares. I don't know if he's actually sold here or even here. We know that he did a, what is it, 9 million shares, right? That was the last one we saw. Is he going to increase his holding? Maybe lend that share out and get some more, some more capital in order to bet on call option again. Who knows, right? I'm just speculating, you guys. He might be gone. He might be selling GME to get into Chewy. We know the last time he already got out of Chewy. So maybe he's just waiting on this opportunity here. The perfect strike. So that's also possible. Okay. Now with Ryan Cohen, obviously there was a new picture of him and Shopify CEO apparently. Yeah, something is brewing, you guys. He's not like just sitting around doing nothing, twiddling his thumb. He's working, okay? So just let him work. Now, this is the one that we saw. I mean, I saw, at opening. We just noticed this, little reversal thing, 96, 69. Obviously, this is up, this is down. Signal of reversal. Again, that's why I wrote it on my thumbnail here. But that's also a good thing. So to have some speculation, we don't have too much speculation in this stock. So I just thought, to switch it up a little bit. so that people don't think that we're in the cultish type of investment over here. Okay. Self-reported short. Oh, really? About one self-reported short interest really caught Keith's attention. But I wonder what it is today, though. Of course, the official. If I look at Fintel, the last time it was like 6 point something. So is it still at the elevated high, or somehow they're able to cover it after hours and all that stuff? So, is it even possible to do that? Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that could happen. But again, as long as the price is still here, it's tough to even tell people how to think about this. And again, this is why I love this stock, you guys. Like, it's not just about, the company's doing well in and of itself, but the possibility of it, the growth, that's also, it's like could take a life on its own. But the market structure that is being allowed to be traded in this company, as far as like the whole market structure, right? It's really interesting to me. And of course, like, I want to find the truth. Whatever the truth is, just let me know what it is, right? And it seems like nobody's willing to give you the truth at all. They just, paper over things. And if you look at the financial media, right, they seem to try to mislead you every which way that they can, in order to, again, fake you out or whatever. I've seen that quite often. Like I said before, any asset that they want you to get out of, they would fake it out. And it's been told before, you guys, like, people have been in the investment banking, doing any type of work. This. It's not something new. It's just that it never been talked about in the financial media. And so the mainstream are not aware of this. Okay. And so what happened to GameStop give people that awareness. I was like, oh, okay, they're trying to fake you out. That's why naked short selling is so profitable for some people who are, again, very predatory. And they've been able to do that decades on end, with unchecked, right? Because again, misleading people to think that their company doesn't mean anything, and at least luring people to buy into a company that has a massive amount of debt, thinking that they, the leadership is going to restructure it in some way, and then end up not, end up, making it worse and worse and worse, loading the balance sheets of the company on debt as long as they can, right? Meanwhile, diluting the shareholder, just like what AMC is doing, right? The same exact playbook here. So my point is that, with this company, though, it's special to me because that's what taught me, about the market and of itself. I didn't even know what naked shorting was, right? And so that kind of kickstarted me to kind of learn more. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty simple. If if you have enough patience, you're going to do well. And if you know what you hold, you're going to do well. So I'm like, okay, it's that simple. Let me just do this consistently, as consistent as I can. And there you go. And with option as well, right? With Keith Gill, when I read about, or at least heard about Keith Gill, though, I couldn't understand how he was able to turn $40,000 into, like, $40 million, because I didn't know what call option could do that, could really skyrocket in that sense. So the gain is from call option, and so that's kind of give me like, oh, okay, you could really multiply your holdings just by buying calls at the right time. Now, of course, that's also like what is it? It could hurt you too, because you end up chasing it. Learned that the hard way as well. So, but thank goodness I have the discipline to only do it in a small amount here. That if I lose everything, I'm not crippling or anything like that. I would still be able to retire just like what most people can, and hopefully my other investment would carry me through. Would be able to retire a little bit earlier than the rest of the population. So Anyway, what the heck am I talking about? Ranting too much today, I feel. Maybe I need to go and eat. Too much. All right, so okay. I don't trust that they're wait. I don't trust they be honest with the report shorts. SEC is even pushing back, right? Yeah, they didn't even want to reveal that. Mainstream is aware, but they are on the narrative that, yeah, they have to. That's how they keep their job, I always joke, like, if they have an opposite opinion, they would get fired immediately, for sure. They got hired for that position either because they are willing to go with the narrative, the same narrative, not question it, even though you have a different point of view, you cannot express it. And so that's why seemingly, right, every single financial media out there don't even want to cover GameStop. And even covering GameStop, they always skewed GameStop to the negative side, obviously, right? And so most people don't really get to see the whole picture unless you're very, obsessed with this company. You're not going to be able to know exactly what is happening quarter to quarter here. And again, this is the opportunity for the rest of us here who are in a small minority. I'm willing to say we're in a minority at the moment. I don't know how many people are actually still holding this stock, obviously. I don't have the number in front of me. But I think, that's why long-term shareholder is going to benefit so much more. Because, yeah, eventually people are going to agree with you. And it's a matter of the degree here. Okay. I got into the argument with Grok about really about GameStop dying. That would be so funny if you record it. I've seen people asking, Grok to recount a whole bunch of stuff, and it's pretty accurate. I don't know. Again, it's a combination of human thoughts on the internet, so it's past. I don't think it's taken account the change that is happening in the future. So that's why I don't rely on the data that much, or AI or whatever. But I mean, it's called artificial intelligence for a reason. It might not be real because people evolve. People think differently, and so it doesn't account for that. Yes, I mean it's useful to recall something that happened in the past. But as far as like, I hope people don't trust it, don't trust their life with it. But I'm sure they're going to use it so much to, mine your data, mine your thoughts and all that stuff to, again, make more money on top of you. That's it. It's about, or hopefully they're not enslaving us all in the prison of AI. Try to convince us, all sorts of stuff. So we believe in it. Anyway, be more rants. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Sharon? Not much, you guys. So, I thought I came out here just chilling with you guys. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. It's Friday. Okay, let me double check here real quick. I did not see what the max pain is for tomorrow. So whatever the max pain is, I'm sure they're gonna close around that. Okay. So we're trading below that right now. What is the price right now? Yeah, we're about $1 or so below max pain. So it could go up to that price. Now, Now, what if Roy and Kitty tweet tomorrow? Ah, the calamity, right? The calamity. That's a good thought to leave on. So, okay, before I leave you guys, let me take a look at this real quick. Let's see. Okay. All right, so I still have some calls here. I still hold my calls, you guys, so it's decreasing in price rapidly, but I'm holding strong, you know? I'm okay. It's only a few calls. It's not that much. But I'm hoping that the earnings call is going to do something to it. But let's see. Okay, the support is 20. Seemingly, that's a good one. But the max pain for that one is 23. Let's see. What is next week? Okay. Next week is 24. Okay. Going up. We don't know the earnings report date yet. So maybe, they're waiting on that to see what they can do. So that they could, bring the price up and down based on, the bettings over here. So I'm sure, closer to earnings report, they're gonna people, depends on how many people bet it up, right? How many people buy calls, how many people buy puts and all that stuff. So they'll adjust it accordingly for sure. But for now, though, it seems like 100,000, close to 100,000 call is going to be out of money soon. There you go. Just, premium going to waste. Nothing much. So, all right, guys, be careful. Don't be too greedy, okay? Buy whenever you can. Okay? Do the best to be responsible. Okay? All right, guys. I'll let you go.